That's great. That's great. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Nabi. We've been having great conversations all week. And she said, being honest about your talents is not showing off. She also said she didn't think that she could come up with 100, but once she started, it was easy and she was able to do it. And I want to give a big shout out to my boy Alex Bartolomeu, who is the next biggest real estate investment coach coming up in the game. Alex,
Hello,
what is your
hello,
value to the
hello.
marketplace?
I am a real estate professional, 15-year veteran, trying to bring value to the marketplace. This is my chance to reach out to the public, and I'm part of the talent tribe, and I'm also a tribe leader, or trying to be one, thought leader.
Yeah.
But my value, just to bring it in a nutshell, is um, currently, I work for a large institution, the heart of housing, and I deal with the 20% of the real estate market, the experience, the best real estate agents in the industry. And it's time to reach out to the 80%, the people that want to get involved, to learn how to get in the door, how to understand the process, how to find the tricks of the trade, how to find that decision maker, how to find out the inside guy, and that's me. And so it's my job to bring value to the community and to the tribe.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Alex, did you get your 100 things that you're an expert at? Did you get that out of the way?
Well, it's a work in progress. I did my 100 things. However, I was having, just like Pace said, I also had a hard time figuring out what I do best. So what I did was, instead of actually entering and brainstorming everything that I do 99% better than everyone else, or what I do best, I just identified the skill sets that I currently have. And then when I'm gonna, so it's still work in progress, but I have 113 skill sets that I currently have. And
Woo!
what I'm gonna do is I'm going to integrate the skill sets into what I do every day. Now, these concepts, I had to go online. I had to search, like, I just had to go online and figure out what skill sets they are, people skills, go-getter, motivation, leadership, and then I'm going to integrate all those terms into what I do. And it's a start, and it's a work in progress, but I think that's a good way for me to, develop my skill sets.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, speaking of value, the reason that you have to write down 100 things you're good at or better at than 99.9% of people is just so you realize that, hey, I am an expert. I am somebody who is going there. Kimmy, hold on, who's this? Who's this right now? It's kind of see who is. I can't see. Is that Kimmy? Is that Kim Buchanan at Mount MNTN? It doesn't say her name. She says you all have youth on your side, which tells me that she has a limiting belief that she is too old to be successful. And I'm telling you right now, some of the most successful people in the world get started in their 60s, 70s. Walt Disney didn't get into anything in his 30s, So, I wanted to just stop her right there. If you want to take action, jump in. I'm encouraging you to jump in right now. There's a one seat open. Jump in.
Now,
That's amazing.
I want to contribute and add on to that. Frank is one of my mentors for social media, but I also have other mentors like Claude Diamond. And I'm sure he actually reached out to you, Frank. But basically, what he is he's a sales guru. But he's been doing this. He's like 65 years old, I think. What I'm trying to say is he's on all the social media sites, Face Group, Snapchat, Instagram, Periscope, Blab. He's promoting his business, and he's 60. He's an old school timer. So there's no excuse. There's plenty of opportunity. There's endless possibilities for people to promote themselves. If you have a skill, if you have value, then you have something to say. And age has no limit. So that's what I have to say.
Awesome, awesome. That's great, dude. That's great. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Evelyn that's joining in, and she also said Pharrell has his #1 hit in his 40s, and his bet is yet to come. Jesse Johnson says Grant Cardone is in his 50s, and look at him go, and he's really blown up since about 2008 when he dropped his first book. So he really embraced social media and becoming a thought leader. And if you buy his book, The 10X Rule, it's got typos, it's got errors, and he doesn't care. I don't care that it has errors. He just got it done. He's not sitting there with analysis paralysis. He's just getting it out there and promoting himself. So what you're saying, honestly, I'm going to be so real with you guys. If you are not hitting start broadcast, what you're saying to the world about your business is that you don't value yourself as an expert, as a person in your sector to hit start broadcast because you don't think you're valuable. And you're going to leave money on the table for somebody else 3 to 6 months from now to realize the power of social media, specifically in live streaming on something like Periscope or Busker or Ghost Codes or Snapchat. You're going to leave them wide open for them to take it. So if I don't serve Alex Bartolomeu right now in the next 90 days, by the end of summer, when Periscope is being hot with all the realtors, when Snapchat is hot with all the realtors, when Ghost Code is connecting a lot of realtors, somebody else is going to step up, and they might even reach out to me, but I got Alex right now, and I'm not going to let that happen. I'm saying, yo, Alex is the guy that's going to step up and be the guy on live stream. There's other guys that got books. There's other guys that got seminars. There's other guys that got radio shows. There's other guys that speak at their Chamber of Commerce. But there ain't nobody who does what you do on live stream. And all you got to do is step up, man. That's all you got to do.
Hey Frank, I just spoke to Claude. He's gonna maybe like chime in. So that's an awesome treat. So that or the person that said that we look young. I mean, that's a compliment. I'm 38 years old. I'm fairly young. Frank, you're not sure. You're a young guy. But the possibility, guys, the possibility to promote yourself, to provide value, to gain an audience. There's a market for everyone, and you just have to embrace this and take advantage of it. Don't you think, Frank?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, dude. And you know what? It's a blessing to see both of you guys really just take up. Pace, what you got for us, man? We're trying to get Kim to call in right now. There we go. Be the change you seek. Here's Kim changing right now.
I did it. I was like,
I
did it. I was like, oh, there it is. I appreciate you guys. You guys can.
Kim, is this your first time on Blab?
Oh, hold on. Can you guys hear me now?
I can see her. I can hear her.
How do you start?
Might be
how do you
Pace,
get the volume on? How do you get the volume on?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I think it's just Pace. Pace may need to log in, log out or something.
Hold on. Let's see. Can you guys hear me?
Good.
Oh. Oh. Okay, Yeah, now I can't hear him.
Oh,
Yeah. Pace. I think I'm gonna boot out Pace real quick. I'm gonna boot out Pace and have him come back. Pace, come back in. What's going on, Claude?
the
So
man.
Kim,
Ooh,
is
good
this your
Lord.
first? Is this your first time on Periscope or on
Yeah.
Blab? Okay.
Yes.
So, question: what is your value to the marketplace, Kim?
Honesty, integrity, and sincerity.
That is sunshine,
Yeah,
rainbows,
exactly.
and woo woo. What is your value to the marketplace?
Whoa, you're talking about a skill set. 10 years real estate and 20 years sales. What are you talking about?
Not a skill
How do
set.
you?
How do you make people's lives
What
better?
is your business and professional expertise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I need to
What
work on
sets
that.
you apart in the
I need to
marketplace?
work on that.
If
Actually,
the world was a flea market, why would people buy from you instead of this booth next to you?
negotiations. Actually, so yeah, because I managed a pawn shop, and so I was able to negotiate. I'm a pretty good negotiator as it relates to, pricing and things like that.
Kim, why are you on social
I
media?
just love it. I like connecting with people, and I like being able to get ideas. I'm an idea person, so I love ideas, and I'm able to connect like you in Austin and somebody in London, and just feel like you're all over the world, and you get everybody's perspective, just your own, and you can see, like you said, the shortcomings when everybody else, you get a different perspective from everyone else.
Now, Kim, somewhere deep, dark down, secretly, in a burning desire, do you want to make money off social media, quit any obligations you have, and live a location independent lifestyle and be part of the
I'm ready.
$107 billion
Yes, I
e-learning
do.
business? Okay, so when somebody tells me that I
Yes.
don't know my value, and they also tell me that I'm on social media because it's fun and it's cool, and it
Yes.
is. I love social media. I consume it,
Yes.
and I produce on it. It's cool, but you have to get very specific, and no one's going to compensate you for your value until you show them how valuable you are. And then when you show them your value, you got to show them even more value, and then you got to show them even more value. Then you got to reach around and put your arm around them and say, "Let me help you a little bit on your problem," like you and I have had conversations, and then after that, then you say, "Would you like to work together?" And they'll tell you X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah. And there's some people who are just stubborn, who are just like, you know what, I want help, and I'm at the ledge, I got the parachute, I got the flashlight, I got food, I got water, I got a tent, I got this, I got a GPS, I got a Fitbit, I got everything, but they're just not going to jump. And sometimes you just need someone to kick you in the butt, to kick you off the ledge. Sometimes that's all you need, and you'll fly on your own. You'll figure it out. And so that's what I'm doing here with Talent Tribe. Is I'm doing stuff like this to have us all talk. Like, we have the same issues. Like, before I hit Star Broadcast, I think about, man, is my broker, my Remax broker, who I put out big numbers for, is he going to think that I'm wasting my time on this social media thing? And I've been telling him, we're going to get a big real estate investment. We're going to get a big real estate investment. And so far, we've had a lot of deals come through, but it just hasn't worked out. The funding hasn't cleared. It's a real estate investment business. We've taken it to the table, and for whatever reason, it just falls through. It's part of the game. And every time that happens, he's like, see, this, you're wasting your time. And I'm like, dude, we were that close though. Like, that lead wasn't even in our pipeline, and we got that. So I'm still having to do that kind of stuff, and I still have those like limiting beliefs and that little like weird feeling like right here. I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird for me right here. And I still hit Star Broadcast. I still do it. So for somebody like you, Kim, in the talent school, for day one, we covered value, and here's what we did. We went over it in detail, but the action item was write down 100 things, not think about, not talk about, not read about. Literally write out 100 things that you are better at than 99.9% of people. Take the time to do that. And then from that, you should see a few recurring themes. Take the top 5 recurring themes from all of those things that you're an expert at. And that is your zone of genius. That is your value. That is how you can make someone's life better. And we have all different, questions and mind maps and stuff that people can ask to get very clear, because that's what you need. You need to be very clear on your value. before we go on to the next step. So, Kim, I just want to say thank you for being supportive. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for allowing me to change your mindset. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And do you have any questions for myself, Alex, Pace, about
work
value,
on
anything?
it. I think for me, my biggest challenge, when I said that you guys are younger, I don't mean that in a bad way, but where I am in my life, you have to understand, I've been in real estate for 10 years. I've done that. I've been in sales 20 years. I've had real estate licenses in 2 states. I've had life insurances. And so when you're redefining your purpose and your why you do something, because when you're a man or woman and you're married and you have kids and that becomes your focus, you guys have, when you're younger and you don't have all those responsibilities, your focus is primarily your family, and that is the most important. And so when it changes for you, it does, it redefines you a little bit, because you're like, oh man, now what's my purpose? Because you guys are like, yeah, I love it. And I love that enthusiasm. That's why I enjoy all your stuff, all the content, because for me, changing from a traditional brick and mortar business to being able to get the mindset and the attitude of being able to do stuff online, it requires a different skill set and mindset, because I still, even for people, you know, even my boss who's older, he's like, oh, that's so, why are you always on your phone? What's this social media stuff? Why? I mean, they know it's important, but they can't connect the dots. They can't see yet the value and how it all works. And so they just give up. So when you're talking about, you know, probably like your broker who's, you know, 50s, 60s, they haven't quite embraced it like that. My boss, oh my God, my boss the other day said he wanted to put an ad in the newspaper. I was like, wait, what? Newspaper? What are you talking? He's like, yeah, we're going to put it in the newspaper. I was like, oh my God. So you have to realize when you're fighting, you know, those mindsets of people, when they just, and they're not willing to work past it. I realize that for me, I want to have freedom now, because I don't, you know, my kids aren't here. I don't have to have a big house. I don't have to be by a school. I can travel and do fun things. So just redefining that purpose, redefining it, and learning what your value is in a different space.
So I can completely relate to you. I have an 18-month-old daughter who actually just went to sleep 25 minutes ago, and I am like struggling, you know, that whole process and taking care of my daughter and making time. I have a 9-to-5 job. I have to take care of her, I feed her, and then I have to jump on, do my scopes, interact to my social media. It's all hard work. I completely understand that. And you know what? It's this environment, this environment is so innovative that we can actually communicate to the world. And it's hard to embrace it, of course, but people will embrace it. That's the beauty about this whole new movement. It's just so new. It's so hard to comprehend because no one knows how to figure this out. And the ones that are in and doing and promoting themselves early on in the game, there's no endless there's no limit to this. And so just promote it and be yourself and show the people what you have and what value and why you're different from all the rest, because everyone is different. I mean, we all have scares.
Oh yeah.
And you talked about real estate. You said you were in 10 years in real estate? Talk about that. Talk about the challenges. What do you like about real estate? I mean, how do you promote yourself? How do you interact with clients? How do you do CMAs? How do you pitch your sales yourself? How do you promote yourself? All that stuff. People want to hear that stuff. Everyone wants to know people's lives. Everyone wants to know why do you think reality shows are so important or so addicting? Because everyone wants to know other people's business, and I think everyone's entertaining.
Right.
Everyone's entertaining, and
Right.
and embrace it. I mean, this is new. I mean, look. I'm not even supposed to be promoting myself. There could be a conflict of interest, and but I don't care anymore. You know, this is so awesome. It's time for me to embrace this. It took me a while. I have a mentor,
Yeah.
2 mentors here that keep on pushing me. Do Periscopes, do Snapchats, keep on promoting yourself. Be alive. You know, show interest. And it took me a while to actually get on the camera and start actually being myself. And I have a lot to learn. I joined Toastmasters to develop my
I did
people
too.
skills, and all that stuff. Yeah. All that stuff will help you be successful, and that's what my point of view is. What about you, Frank?
I think that's great. First off, I want to say if you're going to be in this business, you gotta be aware of a few things. Number one, the way you present yourself is everything, and if you are seriously going to utilize social media as an online marketing strategy from a business aspect, you must be well spoken, and you've got to practice that. I was in Toastmasters for 3 years. I went every week on Tuesday at 8 o'clock for 3 years. I didn't miss it. I had flus. I had this and that. I had X, Y, and Z. I made it every time. I was a 2-time president. I was a 1-time sergeant at arms. I served my community, and a lot of stuff that I learned in Toastmasters, I bring out to this online community, to this tribe, and that's where I learned how to truly serve. And I messed up big time. Like I got kicked off of being the president my 2nd term because I went to the hospital. I was sick because I was spreading myself too thin, and I couldn't give my all, and my tribe had to come tell me, yo, we need you to step down because we see this is killing you, literally. And so, you know, for me, I took that as a failure, but you know what? After that, people kept showing me more love. When I failed, man, people were like, man, Frank's a good guy. And like, they were showing love and reaching out. So I want to say, get in Toastmasters for sure and serve and be consistent. Don't just go there and sit. Go there and talk. Be active. It's the same thing, and that's going to get you more better for broadcasting. I have some things, Kim, and I'm about to go a little personal. So if this is a little personal, just say, Frank, we can talk about this offline, and we can do that. So you and I have had some conversations, so I know a little bit about you, and you have a self-identity challenge right now.
Yes.
And your self-identity is that you were something for so long that now you don't know what you are. And I'm not the person to help you get your sense of clarity.
Right.
I'm the person to help you market yourself on social media. First and foremost, I'm not qualified to help you in that manner. And I strongly suggest you work with a professional or talk to anybody about that. There's somebody in the talent tribe that can probably help you and probably needs practice serving you, and they wouldn't mind doing it complimentary. And I may be speaking for somebody. That's how I feel the talent tribe should be towards one another.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're an expert at that and you can help Kim, reach out to her and say, you know what, Kim, let me serve you for free so I can get some practice, and now we can get some feedback going and you can help each other. So with your self-identity, you said, I'm a 10-year expert in real estate, which means you have a lot of value. You have a decade worth of value to give to the marketplace. And if you were to go down that path, you could be a real estate coach. You could be, somebody like that, and you could put yourself out there. But what that means is that you have to go down that path for 100 days. For 100 days, you can't be selling sunshine and rainbows. You can't be doing that. You got to be, this is how you're an awesome realtor, and this is how you get it done. But guess what, Kim? Right now, in this moment, it is May 17th. The next 100 days is the real estate season. That's where I make 95% of my income.
Yeah.
And if you were on Periscope 3 to 4 times a day, every single day, Sundays too, talking about value, and you have 10 years of experience, you could talk about this for the rest of your life. Guess what? You're going to build a following. People are going to break down your door saying, oh my God, Kim, you are such a pro. Are you available for one-on-one coaching? That's it. That's the path. Just set your mindset for 100 days for 3 to 4 times a day on Periscope, Facebook Live, my Facebook group, Snapchat. I'm just going to do this social media thing, work it into my life, and give out absolute nothing but value. And then by the end of September, I guarantee you would have at least 30 realtor clients, And realtors make an average of about 6 figures wherever they are because we have a wonderful profession. And we are very blessed to serve people in their biggest transaction of their lives. So, you know, I would say that to you. And you said something earlier where it's a little weird for you to do live stream and stuff like this. Look, I'm walking around in downtown Austin, one of the hippest cities in the planet, one of the most millennial friendly cities in the entire world. And people are looking at me weird every single day when I'm when I'm doing my scopes in the park, and there's people that are staring at me. They're like, who is this guy talking to? What is this? I genuinely don't care because I have built a 6-figure business in less than a year online for $0 and 0 cents. You don't need a website. You don't need any of that stuff. There's billion-dollar companies that are backing you right now, like Facebook, Google, Twitter, Snapchat, that are supporting you. They're doing updates for you. They're doing market research. They're making it easy for you to distribute your content. So, you know, it sounds like you have a lot of things that you need to work with, but bottom line, Kim, I need you to decide, do I want to be where I'm at? And I'm, you know, I know your situation. So do you want to stay there? Or do you want to change? You know, do you want to change? And if you want to change, it's a step-by-step thing. It's a step-by-step process. It's first off, find my value. What is my value? You know, go down that path. And we're all here to help you. We're all here to serve you. We're all here to be supportive of each other. Because I don't know if you noticed, but when I drop my content at the end, I'm nervous as hell. I'm like, hey guys, how was that? Did you like that? You know, like, how did that come across? I'm nervous too. You know, I'm very self-conscious of myself. I can't watch my own videos anymore. You know, I can't look at my Snapchats, and it's normal. It's human. So, you know, don't feel like you are in the minority. You're in the comment. You're in the comment. And people, Nabi says that I make it look easy. You know what? Straight up. I've been speaking for a long time. I take improv classes. I take singing classes. I work out. I eat healthy. I go to the massage places. I get facials. I get manicures. I get pedicures. I take care of myself. I understand that I'm going to be in front of camera for at least what's that? At least 3 hours a day. What is that per week? So at least 21 hours a week I'm in front of camera. So I go to my dermatologist. You know, I have anxiety about like my skin. I'm 28 years old and I still get, blemishes. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm too old for this. I can't be doing that. Is someone going to see this? And I like freak out. And you know what? I'm a human being. It happens. It happens. So I'm not perfect by no means, but I definitely, put myself out there. So I just want to say thank you, Kim, for joining here and, putting yourself out there. That's very brave. And we recognize that. We appreciate that. We're going to be doing more stuff like this, and we're always open to feedback. So thank you for sharing your spirit and your story with us, because I promise you there's somebody in the comments who is lurking right now that would never have the guts to jump in there and needs me to get them up there and rock that in there. And I want to give a big shout out to Claudia Santiago, who is definitely a supportive member of the Talent Tribe herself.
Yeah, she's awesome. She is awesome.
So Frank, I think based on all this feedback, I think it's a matter of people needing guidance. It's just like a puzzle, and we just have to put the pieces all together and stuff. And I think that's most of the challenge people have when it comes to social media. They understand the concept, they don't really know how to do it though. And I think your program is actually helping tremendously putting all those pieces together, which makes it so innovating. So I really appreciate it. And man, from the first day, from yesterday, intense value, so much information. And man, you can completely tell all the information and all the work you put into it. So really excited. Good work, Frank. What do you think,
Yes, Frank is awesome like that. Yes, Frank is awesome.
Think about
value.
What do you think?
He understands what he gives to the marketplace. Very good.
What do you think about yesterday's intensive
I mean, it's just
program?
all these videos are good. I mean, I mean, Frank knows. I messaged him. I'm like, can I get ahead? Can I go ahead and start the next one? And he's like, it's true. Like you gotta go one step at a time and make sure you're doing everything the right way. So like I'm going back and I'm finishing those 100 because it's you have to do them in order. And I realized this morning why you have to do them in order and stuff, because like my plan today was I'm gonna create a bunch more social profiles for the new brand. But then I realized after after we looked over what's the target follower, who's your target market, and those profile bios target those people. So if I hadn't had that lesson yet, then I would have a very generic bio that's focused on me, that's not necessarily who my target is. Thankfully, my target is very similar to who I am, so it's not too big of an issue. But that can be a seriously big issue for people. So I'm loving that we have Jesse, doing the accountability. I had a great call with him this morning, and all kinds of stuff in here is really helpful in talent school. And yeah, all the presentations that Frank's team is putting together, they're solid. Yeah,
definitely, guys. Hey, appreciate the kind words. I'm gonna keep it moving a little bit.
So,
and move on to the next
anyways,
part
I just want to say
about.
thank you guys for for having me on. I really enjoy this tribe and the tremendous value. Like even watching this on a replay, man, you learn so much information. And I suggest that everyone who's listening or listening to this blab to go back, join the tribe, see the videos, and learn. Take notes. Like my mentor Claude says, always have a book with all your notes and keep them and keep writing notes every day. And then you could always go back and read and learn. And I really think that that's very important, especially in this type of learning, especially when there's so much information to learn. Don't you think, Pace?
Yeah. I mean, there's no limit to how much you can learn. Like, it's going to be impossible for us to fit everything in 30 days that people are trying to learn. Like, this is just a kickstart. A lot of people that are out there wanting to be active, wanting to get involved, and not knowing how to do it, or not knowing the order to do it in, and not really understanding the fundamentals. Because I think a lot of people are just afraid to broadcast, or afraid to spend the time or the money that it takes to make this successful, because they feel like they just don't know. They have no idea what to expect, or they just don't know, step by step what to do. So this is going to be probably a good 25% of everything that you need to know to be successful. Maybe it's more than that, but I think what it is really it's sort of a catalyst. This month is going to be a catalyst for people to go out there and work, and they're going to learn more by working than they are just in the classes. So that's going to be a big deal. And the most important thing we're getting out of this is that we get to start working. Because we don't.
So I like how Frank in the beginning, I think it was Sunday when he did his blitz, and he started showing how all the social media sites linked up together, and how you can integrate. How for example, it's so easy to find people on Twitter, and then you have Instagram, where it's kind of like your hallway, and then you have Pinterest as like a coffee table of your house, and then Periscope as your meeting, and then you use LinkedIn as your resume, and then you add all these other social medias like Blab as a place to have a conversation, like what we're doing now, and now we have Busker, we have Anchor, we have all these other media sources that are all brand new. Ghost Codes. I mean, Ghost Codes is amazing. I always had a problem interacting with people at Snapchat. Now I'm embracing people. I'm able to communicate key people, anyone in any industry, and these people I'm communicating in Snapchat. I mean, these are regular people and successful, and that's the beauty about it. You can find these people. You can communicate. You can linked up. Like, I met a guy in Kansas City that I possibly will be working with doing JV deals, and that's so awesome. I've never even met the guy, only in Snapchat, and I think that's so innovative. So what do you think, Pace? Are you excited for all these other social media sites like Busker and Anchor?
Yeah, I mean, I did my first Busk today. I did my first Anchor. It was actually, I think, over a month ago, because I haven't touched it much. But I'm gonna get back in an Anchor. I made the commitment today to do an hour of streaming at 3 p.m., 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's what I'm gonna do. So 2 soaps and a Busk, and then we'll probably do labs once a week. Also, especially once we get the app out, because we want to get. What we want to do is, since we have an app and we have users, Claude Diamond, we want to have something. Blab is perfect for this, so we can sit down with our users, and they can give us feedback on the app, and we can get some requests for features and things like that, and we can actually have them show us what they see. So that's Anchor is great. I really like the format, the interface for Anchor. It's really nice. And then it's a very pretty app. Busker looks good. I like the monetization, e-commerce features that it has in there. So we need to take advantage of that when that feature is fully out. And it's just a matter of trying each one. But what's so awesome about being tied into Frank is that day one, when an app comes out, everyone in his circle knows about it, and that's what I really love about Frank.
I would like to introduce the man, the mentor, the one, the only, the guts professional.
Hey guys,
I have to leave. Godfather of
thank
sales,
you. That was
Diamond.
I have to leave in 60
Hello,
seconds,
sir.
by the way. I love this lab you're doing, by the way, Frank. Pleasure to meet you, man. And thanks, Alex, for telling me about this. This is I've been following you, man. You got good stuff. You got really good stuff. You're going to go places. You are there already. And we're all going to the same church, man, same pew.
Thank you.
Just talking about, so I built my whole business on social media really recently, just since like 2 years now. I was one of these guys who thought Facebook was about finding people from high school and they're having potato salad for dinner, I get the best for my sales training business and my real estate. I get the best quality leads with zero cost. And do you guys ever feel like you're the lone voice in the woods sometimes, and people they're still riding horses when their cars out there, Can you hear me?
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. You see all these people trying to hit all these
I know you don't have much time, so I have to go,
guys. Thanks for inviting me. I got to go. Is there something wrong with Blab tonight? Is Blab having problems this week?
All right, Claude. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Maybe the
Thanks
internet
a lot,
connection.
Claude, man. Very nice to meet you.
Take care.
All right, Claude. Thank you, sir.
I loved his question. Like, do we feel like we're sort of on the cutting edge and everybody else is in like horse and buggies? Nobody's ever. There are almost no apps out there that sort of automate your finances for you. And so, like, I kind of feel like that. Like, I've been working with financial planners, retirement planners forever, and it's everything is so slow because of the amount of regulation in that industry. It's so slow. Everything is so slow. So, like, trying to work with something that's 10 times faster, 100 times faster. That's the way things have to go. There has to be disruptive innovation that just totally shakes the foundations of these huge industries, these trillion-dollar industries. And that's the way things have been going. I mean, we see it happening in communication and stuff. But it's eventually going to get into all of the service industries, and so I'm looking forward to that. And I do feel like we're sort of on the cutting edge. It's an interesting feeling. It's frustrating because it's hard to be understood by the public, but we're getting there. The most important thing is that we're the ones doing the research and figuring out what the public wants, so we can change minds, and eventually we'll cause a huge change in the market. Everybody's going to be going to us instead of the big players that have owned the industry for decades, and we're creating new industries. This whole e-learning industry is really very different than any type of learning that happened before. So it's really a new industry.
And just to add on to that, Claude Diamond, who's one of my sales coach trainers, he basically teaches how to talk to any cold call, what to say, how to take control of the phone call and close to make money today. But he kept on trying to promote social media. He kept on, because he's old school. He's been in the real estate industry for 30, 40 years. He would tell you how many times he would invest $30,000, $40,000 on direct mail campaigns, and how sometimes you get no money, you get no calls, you don't get any leads, and it's so difficult these days. This is and when he started pitching social media, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, it was kind of hard for me to embrace all these social medias because I didn't really have the knowledge, and I really didn't feel that I had value until I actually realized, you know what, I have tremendous value. I have a lot of secrets. I have a lot of tips that I can promote and teach other people, the name of the game. And not only that, he showed me his list of leads that he gained from doing Periscope and Twitter. It was 3 pages long of new leads. It was incredible. Wow. And you know what? How much he paid for that? $0.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It's great to meet you.
You're just paying time. That's it.
What's up, Broker Cam? How are you doing tonight?
Can you hear me okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cam, can you introduce yourself to the talent?
Tell me about yourself. What market you're in,
well,
and what do you specialize? If you have a niche, tell us, please.
In life insurance, mainly. Life and health. I'm currently about to embark on
so am I.
A 1099 deal where I'm going to be going to schools and basically signing them up for some benefits like the heart attack, cancer, stroke plans, where they can deduct it straight out of their pay. Heck, they don't even have to tell husband or wife that they did it for them. And then someday, guess what? Oh, look what I did. You know what I mean? Costs like $20, $20 a pay period, and it can save your whole family fortune. So Cameron.
Cameron. Broker Cam, what's your name? Is that your name? Cameron. So Cameron, life insurance is quite in depth. In fact, it's funny that you both are in the industry. I have a situation where my wife, she actually has some sort of a heart issue, and she's fairly young, and so she has to take easy with the caffeine and a little bit of wine, and she's 35 years old. We have a daughter right now, and so her father suggested getting some sort of life insurance just for a backup plan for anything that takes place. What would you recommend for the people out there that know nothing?
Not a bad idea.
Nothing about life insurance. What benefits? What are the value? I mean, why would you need it? I mean, for someone that actually I'm currently shopping around for life insurance. What would I need to know when shopping around for life insurance?
I would say I want to hear Cameron's answer. Say one of two things: either get a catastrophic care plan like Cameron is selling to the teachers, and that'll be it'll take care of you during terminally ill times, and then obviously end of life. It's life insurance will give you death benefit. That's if you want to spend just a little bit. You can get a policy that'll last. That you either term policy you could pay for the next 30 years, or you could, which might be all you want to do because 30 years from now, who knows what medical science is gonna is going to fix for your wife. Who knows? Or you could do a whole, you know, some kind of a lifelong policy, whole life policy. If you want to use it as an investment vehicle, there are other options there too. You could put the catastrophic, the terminal stuff on as a rider to an indexed life policy. There are other options and stuff, but I want to hear what Ken has to say.
Kind of along those,
since he's the one actually selling.
Along those same lines, you know, it just came out that the 3 leading causes of death in America, at least, are heart attack, stroke, or cancer, heart attack, and now doctor error. So, you know, it's not too far of a leap to think that some of those errors are made while treating heart attack and stroke. So there's your, you know, that pot is, like you said, a catastrophic loss type policy. And I don't sell it. I did, but I'm a firm believer in pre-arranging your funeral. Firm believer. I mean, if I knew about a 20% investment, you'd all want to know about it, right? If I knew of an investment that's guaranteed to pay at least 20% every year, you'd want to know about it. Well, a penny saved is a penny earned, and you can lock in today's prices by pre-arranging your funeral, and you can save your family a whole lot of heartache on the worst day of their life. I've sat there.
Good idea. And get all the estate documents out of the way
those
too.
Those 2 things done.
I'm gonna jump out, come back in because people are disappearing on me. So hold on.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, looks like him.
Well,
looks like him just dropped off.
So that you guys know, my name's Alex Bartolomeo. I'm a real estate coach. I bring value to people that are interested in finding out real estate. And for example, I am a 15-year veteran real estate professional. And just a little bit about myself. I work from small banks to banks that are too big to fail. And now I'm in the big leagues, what you would say, Fannie Mae, the heart of housing. And so I'm the behind the scenes, I am the decision maker, I'm the one that actually brings value to your neighborhoods. I'm the one that prices out the property, and I'm the one that actually accepts or rejects all the offers. And it's my treat to bring value to you guys. Whoever has any information or any questions on the real estate process and how to get in the door.
I might be selling my house soon.
Pace?
Introduce myself again. Yeah.
Introduce
if anybody's jumping on. You want me to
Well,
yeah.
So, actually, since you're back on, let's keep on talking about this because this has a lot of value. I'm sure a lot of people have,
get the end of life stuff,
type of situations
the
that need
legal
life
stuff
insurance.
out of the way, and the stuff.
I mean, can you explain the process? Because I know that you have to when you apply for a policy, you have like nurses coming up to check your vitals and all that stuff. Can you explain a little bit of that process?
It's not huge, and it's not like going to urgent care or having a full physical. It's really not. I think they need to get they need to take blood and get a urine sample. That's basically it, and then ask you a couple questions. But that's necessary. It's necessary because they need to. How long does it take?
How long does that?
It for me it took like 10 minutes.
No, how long does it take for this process?
The whole entire
insurance. No, I know, but for example, I call you up, and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for life insurance. Yeah. Here's my situation. You pitch me the product. I'm like, all right, I'm all in.
The application to the insurance company. They're going to schedule that little physical, and when they get that done, then the insurance company is going to come out with a quote, basically, the policy for your approval. That's probably going to take 2 to 3 weeks, I would say, and then and then basically as long as you accept the terms and you pay the first premium, then you're good to go. It should be executed another 2 or 3 weeks after that at the most. Sometimes these are pretty fast because they're getting faster. They can submit them with an app, like an electronic app instead of paper apps. So that's getting much better that way. But yeah, the whole process should take about a month. And if I were you, I would probably. So you're in Texas too, or no? Florida. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm in Florida. I'm in South Florida.
Hey guys.
Hey,
guys,
Alex, why don't we get in touch about this specific
Pace,
stuff after
this?
this?
Let's say,
So I don't think Alice can hear me.
oh yeah. Sure.
I don't think Alex can hear me, and that makes a lot of sense. Alex couldn't hear me. He just texted me, "Where are you?" So Alex, you couldn't hear me. I'm gonna leave a message, or actually just tell him he can hear me. Alex couldn't hear me. So that was really great. Happened. But you guys could connect offline on that. I want to switch gears a little bit, and I want to.
So where's Frank?
Yeah. So you couldn't hear me, and I think it's because Black is still a little bit.
He's on, Alex. But. We'll talk about this here. We're already friends apparently on Facebook, so I'm gonna message you right now. And where in South Florida do you live?
Fort Lauderdale. So I'm in sunny Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yeah.
All right.
And where are you located, Pace?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you in touch with my mother. She's in Cape Coral. And she is an active life insurance agent over there.
Beautiful. And guys, this is exactly what I'm talking about, networking. I mean, we're like having a conversation, and my boy Pace has a lead. And it was that easy.
Yeah.
What's up, Frank?
Are we back?
Hey, Greg.
What's happening, Frank?
Alex, you see Greg?
Come on I just wanted to, can you see me, Frank?
Yeah, what's up, Greg? How's it going?
Frank, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Hey, I just wanted to say hello, brother. I'm getting ready to jump on a blab with a friend of mine who has a new TV show on YouTube called The Keynote. So I just wanted to come and tell you hello, man. I love you. You're doing great things. You have a great future ahead of you. And, man, I believe one day you're going to walk by me and say, who's the fat dude wears a TBD on his hat? You are doing it, brother. Just remember, just keep doing what you're doing. Have integrity, because integrity builds character. When you have character, people will say, this dude has a life that I want to follow. So just keep doing what you are doing, brother. And you're going to, listen, look up in the sky, because you can't see all the way up there, right? That's where you're heading, brother. That's where you're heading. You don't even know how far you're going to go. But I've seen people in my life, people told me I was going to do that. And I've seen people that's done that, and they went to greater heights. I'm telling you, brother, you are going to be at the top of the Mount Everest one day, touching that peak. And all I want you to do is say, big dreamer, you told me that. So much love to you, man. I got to go. I just want.
Always appreciate my boy. We lost Cam earlier because of his battery. Cam, I wanted you to jump back on because you were onto something. You were onto your value. Can you guys? There you go. There we go. Everybody keeps getting kicked off. Cam, so earlier you were talking about your industry, and I see that you have offline success in your business, but you're trying to bring it online, and you kind of don't know where to start. And you just saw Claude, who is, I think, you are, who is leveraging social media for his business, and he just got started 2 years ago. I currently serve somebody in life insurance with a Fortune 100 company, and those of you guys know the industry know which one I'm talking about. It's the big one, and I'm serving him on LinkedIn. because he is now a sales manager for life insurance agents. And instead of him making the phone calls, instead of him going through the resumes on Monsters, instead of doing that, we outsource that for him. And we also promote him as
so
living
it's
an
10
awesome
o'clock
lifestyle
here
on social
in
media
Eastern
from them.
Standard Time. It's what? What? 7 o'clock your
Alex,
time?
can you hear me, Alex?
Case?
Alex,
I hear you, Frank.
can you hear Frank? Alex?
No, I can't hear him.
I hear you, Frank.
He was just
Can you hear me?
Can you hear Cam, Alex?
Can anybody hear me?
I had him jump back out, and he might need to refresh. Alex may need to
Refresh
his screen.
refresh your page, yeah. Or if you're on an app, then kill the app and then bring it back in.
So Cam, you have a lot of industry professionalism that you could bring to the marketplace, and everything that you were talking at the schools. Like when you go to schools, you only have access to like 2,000 people max, maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000. Maybe it's a college and it's 50,000 people. But when you go live on broadcast, you have access to almost 8 billion people, and you will be soon enough.
Right. Yeah. See, I'm not one of those people that's going to argue with your broker. You know, a lot of times you'll have, you know, buy term, invest the rest. You know, you have the insurance while you need it, while you're earning, while you have house payment, yada, yada, yada. The only problem is a lot of people don't realize the tax benefits of life insurance. And once you say life insurance, I mean, you just see it. You just see the blankness go over their face. I don't want to hear it. It takes literally, I've timed it. It takes about 15 minutes to get to the I didn't know you could do that part. Once you get to the I didn't know you could do that part, close. You leave. You helped another family. You know, I deal in whole life. We don't indexed annuities. You know, we're not out to put you in a fund that you're going to end up going in the negative, which has happened. Obviously, we all know that. So I'm in the business of helping people, and it's so hard to convince people of that sometimes. But as far as going online,
so Cam, you have value. So Cam, let me stop right there. So you have value, and I want to switch gears to our next part of our program, which today we covered follower. How to identify your target follower, not your target audience, not your target demographic, your target follower, someone that's going to follow you. And you just said something so interesting that I want to point out to the entire tribe and the people that are watching this on replay and the Blab community. So you said people don't find my aha moment until 15 minutes in. And the power of something like a Periscope is that you could tell people the power in a title, and they can choose to log in or not. How I dodged 100 grand in taxes by making this simple move. Boom. If I'm a G and I'm getting taxed at 6 and 7 figures, I'm clicking on that. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm clicking on that.
Right.
And you're getting the right person on there. And so this whole wait till 15-minute things is coming up is just done, dude. Content is king. You put out the fresh, hot content. You show that value. You utilize your expertise and push it on a medium that is not familiar to most people, much less your competitors, people who are stealing business from you right now, because maybe they are doing direct mails. Maybe they are sponsoring that one chamber of commerce in one little town of one little country. Maybe they are doing that. But I know they ain't hitting start broadcasts. I know they're not on there on a consistent basis. I know that for damn sure. I would love to have Broker Cam join the Talent Tribe and be like, all right, on a consistent basis, 3 to 4 times a day for 100 days. And when I say 100 days, I don't mean go live. I don't mean do one thing. You got 3 to 4, baby. You got 3 to 4. So let's focus on one. And let's go for 100 days hard on one of those things. And I promise you, when you give enough value for 100 days, by about day 75 to day 90, people will break your door down and be like, how can I work with you? I want to work with you when you do it right, Cam. That's how you play the game.
All right. I Frank, I think you've probably gathered by now. I take you pretty serious. So yeah, I'll get on that.
So let's take a step further than that, and let's, instead of I'll get on that, let's work with it right now. And you need to identify who is your target follower, because not everybody's qualified for life insurance. If you're on WIC, or if you're on, like, food stamps, you probably don't qualify for health insurance, or maybe you do. I don't know. But if you, the thing is, it doesn't matter, because you don't want to work with that person more than likely, unless you specialize in that. I want you to get very specific. Are you looking for a 47-year-old Jewish guy with 8 figures in real estate, with, this many boats, these many yachts, these many things? Who are you looking for? Get very clear on that person. Give them a name, give them an age, find out their religion, their lifestyle, how do they invest their portfolio. And before you hit start broadcast, develop content to that person. And I promise you, you will never alienate anybody outside of your target follower, but you have to know who that target follower is first before you can hit start broadcast. So your content is always fresh. So your content is always fire. So you never have things to run out. You've been in your industry for a long time. You're a professional, and you should never say as a professional, I don't know how to talk about or promote my business because I don't have enough value to give. That's not you. You're not that cat, bro. You just talked my ear off for 20 minutes about getting some health, some heart stuff. Like, I was like, damn, this guy knows his stuff, man. He can talk. He knows what he's talking about. And people want to hear that. People that are interested in that, they're going to willingly click on those things, that are going to join your private Facebook group where you're building up your tribe of people that want to learn how to, build wealth the proper way and play the game on that level. You're looking for the people that are making, a few businesses that may have, different currencies coming in, and you working with them could save them 250 grand a year. And now you have a mastermind club of G's that, I would love to help, promote my services to, and other people would too. And now you can JV with guys like me. Right. And that's where we can work together. But where you can really serve your marketplace is by helping a bunch of rich guys save at least $250,000 a year on taxes or whatever. That's really your value. And I would go after that market and just nonstop for 100 days pitch to that. Yeah. If you do that, we're talking books, speaking gigs, universities, TV appearances, radio shows, all that stuff, man. That's what's coming down your future, brother.
Wow, Frank. With I will admit I have been selling myself short. I've got my insecurities and whatnot, just like all of us do, and I haven't been going after that gold hoop, that gold ring. But the 100 days, I like that. The 100 days, the 100 things I'm an expert at. The 100 days, I like that. I'm definitely glad I was able to jump in tonight. We're gonna see what we can make happen.
Do it, man. I restarted a habit today.
I mean, anything that is tax related, where I can write off something or save money to
even if nobody's on there,
that's a gold mine.
You can live journal.
So you should target that demographic, that business owner.
Let people know how you really
niche, your ideal clientele.
The fact that you have to come up with what to say in real time,
and then use these avenues. Use all the social media sites to promote, brand your name. Like Frank
it's a lot better. And it does.
Just bring.
It communicates your intentions
take
better.
All the attributes of your target market and just try to focus in and just focus on that person. And I think, and like he said, put those value points on your tag. That's money right there. And I think that has tremendous value. I mean, I, as a business owner, need to find out ways to save money, especially in taxes. I mean, I flip houses. I spend I owe 40% or 50% of my income on taxes. So I need all types of write-offs. And to have a life insurance that I can do that, I have no knowledge about it. But I'm so interested in finding out that information.
All right.
So you should take advantage of that.
Very simple. Yeah.
I'm going to broaden my thinking for sure, and do some creative research, because there's lots of shelters. There's lots of ways to grow money and not have it taxed later. Whereas, like, a lot of people think, oh, I've got my 401k. Well, guess what? That 401k is going to be taxed as income. And we all know what direction taxes are going. They're going up.
Yeah.
So, where you may be making 5, 6, 7%, taxes are going to kick the hell out of your investment, out of your mutual fund.
Yeah, Alex, the bottom line is that you have with IUL, you're guaranteed never to lose money.
Yes.
Guaranteed no taxes. So guaranteed, what I mean is guaranteed the market never sends the account balance south. Okay? Guaranteed no taxes. Guaranteed 5 to 8% annual compounded growth. Okay? That's average.
Mm-hmm.
And up to some years it's 15%.
Awesome.
So
and it's like a stair step. It'll go up, but it'll just
it goes up like this.
Yeah.
Like that. Instead of going up like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta get to work.
I mean,
I
look.
gotta get to work.
The only reason you don't know about it yet is because it's called universal life insurance. That's the only reason. If it was called, the Vanguard Fund or something, then everybody would be doing it. But because it's a life insurance policy, people don't realize that it is the best and safest passive investment out there. So that's what you have to do.
Agreed.
So you can write off.
Well, it's not a write-off. It's after-tax money. So all of the money that you make, you pay taxes on it now, but you don't pay taxes on any of the growth, any of the interest in the account. That's all tax-free. So that's what's cool about it, is as the account grows, that's all tax-free money.
That's part of the. I didn't know you could
100% liquid. So.
Right. Well, this is the longest I think I've ever been on Blab. So somebody else get on here. I'm gonna keep listening.
Yeah, I can. But yeah,
thank
since
you
you're in
guys.
Florida,
Hey,
we'll get somebody in Florida.
Hey,
I'm in Oklahoma City.
Yes, Frank.
He said he was in. Yeah, he says he was in Oklahoma. He's in Oklahoma City. Yeah. Hey, you guys definitely connect offline on that. James, jump in, James.
You with us, Frank?
James is out in San Antonio, and he's part of the talent school. I want him to check in and see how he's doing on his progress. Come on in, James. Call in. Let's pop that Blab cherry. I'm taking all the cherries on Blab. Hey, Pace, when you said something that was interesting earlier, you told me that you have a name for your follower. What's his name? Can you share that with everybody?
It's John Green. Yeah, I think that's what I put down there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Let me go to my spreadsheet. Yeah, his wife's name is Allison. There's a son, 4 years old. Age 4, Alex. His daughter, Emily, is 1 year old. They live in suburbs about 0.6 miles away from a city park. His full-time job, he takes home about $65,000. She does part-time. She sells on Amazon and Etsy. She has a sociology degree, so she's not really using it. And he has a computer science degree, but he's just a software technician. Doesn't really code or anything.
Awesome.
He's white. She's Asian. Married, and they just don't know what to do with their money because they never learned how.
Everyone
they don't teach you in school how to manage your money.
No, and that's the person.
So
that's the person that you serve, man. That's the person that you serve. So Alex, who is your target follower? Tell me as much information and be as detailed as possible.
Good question. Good question. I'm glad that you asked. My typical clientele is multinational
no rush.
person who's in between 38 to 40, who has a college degree, actually high school to college degree, that has at least 2 years of real estate education, that want to break through, that that lives in any type of city, from California to Florida to Texas to large cities, rural areas, that drive a Toyota Camry, a Honda Accord, who has a family, who's makes an average between $50,000 to $60,000, and that is and that's it, kind of.
So that's great. There's a lot of great stuff there, and there's some things that need to be more specific. Does he live in Texas or does he live in Florida? Is he 38 or is he 39 or is he 40? Those are 3 different ages. You know, you got to get very specific. So get as precise and specific as possible, but you are literally leaps and bounds more than most people when you identify
Sounds
your
good, Alex.
follower. So that's it does sound
Where's
great.
your family from?
I'm
your parents.
I'm Ecuadorian, Argentinian, Italian, American.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit of a mix, but yeah, I'm looking at the action items, and just to expand, you're completely right. I think my demographic would be like I said, 38, located in a city. I would say Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, gender, which would be male, female, income 50, 60,000, education 50 to 60,000, is in the real estate industry trying to break through, who is Caucasian, who is African American, who is Hispanic, who is Asian. Did I say Asian? Marital status would be divorce.
Alex.
Yes.
Alex, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. Hey, first off, so you're saying too many things. It's like, is he Asian? Is he Caucasian? Or is he African American? You can't have them all. I'm telling you to be so discriminating, so discerning. Get that specific. You can't have them all. You can only pick one. You only have one target follower, not target followers. You got one dude, one person. All of your content is for that person. So you're doing great. You've narrowed it down, but you got to get a little bit more specific. Is he with Remax? Is he with Keller Williams? Is he with the boutique person? Is he even licensed? Who is that person? Because right now, we don't know if you're serving realtors, or we don't know if you're serving people that want to get into the game of real estate who are already balling. And those are 2 different, you can get both. You can get both, and you're going to get both. But before you get both of them, you need to focus on one of them. And because your content's going to be fire and so focused to either one, you're going to get both. But who do you want to work with? And that's earlier we talked about who do you want to work with? What are their values? What are their personalities? Like, we went pretty in detail on that on the talent.
Yeah, we did.
And there's a reason we went over that, because we want you to figure that out. Do you want someone that has a lot of money and just wants to give it to you and then you make it? Or do you want someone that has a lot of money and they want to be involved and they want to promote and they want to bring their network in and they don't want to just have their money come in? They want to use other people's in. James, call in, dude. This is for the Talent Tribe. This is for everybody in Talent School. Call in, James. So what do you think, Alex? Did that help?
Yeah, Frank, I actually do need to narrow it down. No, I completely agree. It's just like my market is, I can expand my demographic. There's so many people I can reach out, and I completely understand. I have to focus on one little narrow spot, customer.
You'll get all of them.
James.
You'll get all of them, man. You'll get all of them. I promise you'll get all of them if you just focus on that. James, what's good, man? Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and what your goals are.
Hi guys, I got in late, so I just got home. So I'm James Alcindor. I'm down here in San Antonio, and as of right now, I'm a property and casualty insurance agent. But what I joined, yes, thank you. And the funny thing is, like, I joined, right? I became an insurance agent because I like helping people. So I figured, hey, you know what? uh, they will need me. So I'm there, when there's a catastrophe, there's health claim on their house, I'm here for them. When, there's a car accident, I'm here for them. But I'm getting to the point where, because of Frank, to finally find myself, it's not that I love being an insurance agent. It's just that in general, I love helping people. It's because of who I am. So regardless of what market I'm in, as long as I'm put in front of people and I can show them, I can give value. This is why I'm grateful that I found Frank Salas online, and then it's funny how I met him, and then so now I'm part of the talent tribe, and hopefully he can get me out of that comfort zone because that's the game plan. That's what I want to do, and especially now those hundreds, that homework. I'm not done yet. I haven't met my 100. I haven't met the 100 yet, but that's the game plan for tonight. I told my wife I'm not going to bed until I get it done.
Nice.
So
That's what it
that's what.
that's what it takes. Hey, you said something earlier that you're breaking your comfort zone. Is this your first time on Blab, James?
First time talking, yes.
I think we lost you, James, or maybe I lost him.
Yes. Last time was last week when you were.
Okay, cool.
So I was just a spectator. I was just watching. But now you got me on the hot seat now.
Okay. So James, I gotta make. Yeah, you are in the hot seat, and I gotta make you aware of something, James. Right now, the entire world, if they so choose and if they so were compelled, could listen to your voice right now in this moment. All of us, every single one. Like, we are accessible. We are broadcasting to the world right now, coming to you live. And that's the power of live stream. There's a few people that are going to watch this and think about, okay, we're going to give some value. So I want to give some value to them, and I want to work with you. So right now, I want to give some people some heads up. You are joining a network marketing group, and you are utilizing that as a vessel to gain residual income for yourself and your family. And you also want to serve others by getting them into your multi-level marketing business, and you may or may not have direct sales of products or services to sell them. Also, you want to do a lot of motivation, mindset shifting, because you're somebody who's paid off his student loans, which most people haven't done, and you're somebody who is positive and cheery. And earlier this week you said that you had made some sacrifices, and you making those sacrifices, other people were judging you of those sacrifices, and you were just like, look, I don't care. I decided to go down this way, and that's of value to the marketplace. Now, for somebody like you, we've had a little bit of this conversation, and I would say that all of us on this Blab and everybody watching, we are genuine, and we want to help other people. We want to serve other people. But before you can serve other people, you have to fill your own vessel. You cannot give from an empty vessel. Your vessel has to be so stocked before you can give to others. Now, for you, James, you're figuring your value, and the reason that we need to get the 100 things that you're an expert at is so this is my value to the marketplace. This is how I make people's lives better. This is how I change lives. And that's not for me. That's not for your target follower. That's for you. You need to believe that first. You need to truly believe. Like, I believe when I wake up, if I don't hit start broadcast, there's going to be somebody somewhere who doesn't know how to do X, Y, and Z in their social media. And everybody that I'm serving right now, because I haven't served them to the level that I'd like to, they would just have a lot of knowledge, but no application, and they would kind of be lost, and they would be really even be interested in social media.
You're froze, Frank.
So what happens? What happened to new technology?
Yeah. What are
Say
your
that again, Frank?
What are your challenges with thinking of your 100 things that you have value with or expert of?
Well, I was to a point where I got brain fart.
Okay.
And because that's a lot.
I'm gonna jump off so this goes faster for you guys.
So James, I completely I can relate to you. And when I started doing the task, it seemed a little overwhelming. I'm like, damn, 99 things I'm good at. I wonder where do I start? And then I started, and then I'm like, damn, it's only 10 things. And then I'm like, wait. No. There's a lot of things that you know, but you don't know about yourself. And I suggest that you go and you look. Like for me, what I did was I went online. I looked at all the personal skills and all the attributes of myself and what type of qualities, and I'm relating that to what I do for a living and how I'm, how I do it like the maximum level in my industry, and maybe that might help you get going. And all you need to do is to start brainstorming and then expand and then go back and then tweak it up, and those are my tips that I can contribute as a tribe member. What do you think, Frank? Is that something good to start off?
Frank, I think we lost Alex as well.
Is that good, Frank? So James,
can you hear me? Yes or no?
James.
There you
Am
are.
I back?
You're back. Back live.
We lost the other guys.
So James, what I would suggest is that you think of what do people come to you right now? What are people running up to you and saying, how can I or I'm sorry, what do people break your door down right now? Like for me, even if I don't hit start broadcast, even if I don't ever talk about anything on social media a second again, every day people are like, hey Frank, I need a virtual assistant in the Philippines. Every day. Every single day, that's the number one question that I get. And because I get that question enough, because people are coming to me seeking help with that, as well as real estate and social media, I know that I should probably go down that path, and my value is there. So what are people coming to you with seeking advice for? You're something in the community that people reach out to, and what is that? What is those skills? What is the want
now,
and what is the value that they get from you?
Funny thing is, when I was in high school, some people used to call me Dr. Phil. Whenever they have a problem, I was always the one that's there, to care. And I think it has something to do with since I was a little kid, when I was growing up. I grew up in Haiti, and we were fortunate, to have a better life than a lot of other people. And like 6 a.m, there'll be moms, line up in front of a house with their little kids with gallon in their hands, trying to come to a house and get, running water. Not everybody had water at their house, and we were fortunate we had all that stuff. And so growing up, they always made me care about others, and it's always been part of my life. Like I get happy when I help others, when I know I can help somebody else. So every company I've always been at, whenever I would see an employee is not performing the way they're supposed to perform, I will open up to them. I'll say, look, I'm here for you, instead of you having some problem, just come to me, okay? Anything that I know, I can pass my knowledge on to you. because I believe in synergy. I know, like, as a group, whenever we are performing, then, like, we can get all together to the next level. And then again, when everybody's in my team are performing, then that put that fire in me too. It make me, want to get better. I like everybody to perform, but not better than me.
Hey, I just had to jump in.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Show my my favorite quote. It's Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, men sharpen other men. That's what I love about these mastermind groups. Just like James was saying, when people get together, it's not like you just have 5 people's effort pulling the wagon. You have a combined effort, and it's bigger, and it's way more than just 5 people pulling on a wagon. And I just wanted to jump on and say that, because that is my holy belief, is that men and women working together cannot be stopped. I mean, we can do anything. We just got to work together and leave our egos at the door.
Definitely, man. Awesome. Definitely. That's awesome. That's
I know,
awesome.
Right?
He just dropped the mic on us.
Got deep on us.
So James, I wanna love on you a little bit. I want to love on you in your business right now. So right now you're making those discoveries and those changes, and right now you're really establishing that sense of self-worth to the marketplace. I know that you're, a lot when I've spoken to you, and even from when I first heard your voice from a Facebook message, because we did a voice chat, I could tell you were happy. I could tell you were coming from a place of life, that you were zen, that you've experienced a lot and things didn't bother you. You're very easygoing. And, I'm not like that. I have 6 businesses. I have all these employees. I have all these deals coming, and I'm like constantly, at a really high level. And I'm just like running around in circles some days and some hours, thinking like, man, I just stress myself out for no reason. And I don't pick that up from you. You have, and that's a value. So there's so many things that you may have that you may not be aware of, that you have value, but to somebody like me who's high strung and has ADD, your level of Zen is something that I would say, yeah, I want that. How do I get that?
You got some value, James.
And, there's more than just your skills. There's more.
You hear me?
There's more than just what get out there.
Well, Frank, see, I think one thing you and I can relate to is that you've lived in a different country. I mean, you've been over in Mexico, so you know how it's like. And
yeah.
So I'm telling you, there are so many people that have never been out of the U.S. before, so they don't know how grateful we are in this country. We're like kings and queens here, I've watched, somebody getting burned alive. I think I was
Where?
like, 9, 10 years old, right? Wow. Right across from my house, because the way it was, like, whenever like they get rid of a certain president, then anybody that was associated with that president or with that regime, then they will purge. So it's purging time. So I've seen so many crazy stuff. I know how important life is. I know how grateful life is. I know how easy somebody can just come and take that life away from you. Here, we have alarms at our house. If something is going wrong, you just call 911. There's no such thing. So life is grateful, and I'm grateful, and that's why I always smile. I always smile because I know we only have one life to live, and it's easy for somebody to take that life away from you. And I want to make sure that as long as I have breath in me, I'm still in this earth, that I can be useful to somebody else. But the only thing is, I wasn't using my skills to its most potential. And that's why, I joined the talent tribe, so that way I can, use all my skill to its most potential, and I can reach more people
So James, where are you from?
Time.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. What country are you from?
What else do you have for me?
Where are you from?
James, I don't think you can hear Alex.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Can you hear Alex?
I didn't hear what you asked me.
Okay, yeah. So Alex is having some microphone issues. He wants to know where you're from. What's your country?
Oh, I was born in Haiti originally.
Haiti.
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool. So yeah, Alex is calling back in real quick. So what I have next for you is number one. Once you figure out your value and what it is that you're good at, I want you to focus on the 5 things that are recurring within those themes. So you got your 100 list. And from that 100 list, you're going to see X, Y, and Z be, popping up. And those 5 things that are recurring themes are your zone of genius. Those are your areas of genius. That gives you the most effort with the least amount of effort, or the most result with the least amount of effort. And that's where you want to stay so you can give more and more and more. Because when you build a tribe, when you serve people, it takes a lot out of you. And if I was doing something now that was very taxing of my abilities, I couldn't do this all day. Honestly, it would drain me in so many different ways. But because this is what I'm great at, and I have to, if you tell me what your business is, what you're doing on social media, I could ADD brain dump a marketing plan to you in 20 minutes and get you paid if you take action on it. And because I'm so good at that, and because that is my zone, it's very little exhaustion of effort for me. And I can do this nonstop. I can go call after call after call, scope after scope after scope, podcast after podcast after podcast on a consistent basis daily, because I have that zone of genius and I figured that out. So the next step, which is day 2, which was today, I know you are getting started on your own pace, and that's what the program is for people that are on their own pace. Day 2 is how to identify your target follower. And once you have your value, which is so crucial, once you know your value to the marketplace, then you're going to switch gears and figure out, okay, who is my target follower? And, you got to get very specific. No age range, no income range, no education range. Just get very specific on who that person is, what is their name, how many kids do they have. Get crazy specific. And then after you get crazy specific, you're going to take that knowledge with that value, and you're going to have your audience in mind. Because tomorrow, for day 3 of our Talent Tribe, we're going over content creation, and content creation is going to be a few days long, because it's very important. And we're going to, tell you how to get started. We're going to take you through the baby steps of how to create content. So tomorrow you're going to have some action items again, and every day you're going to have action items. And tomorrow is the first day where we start getting down into the nitty gritty. So it's very crucial that you figure out who is this person that you're serving. And we go over this in the training, but I wanted to give you a little heads up and some extra work, extra love. Who do you want to work with, and who don't you want to work with? So for me, James, I don't want to work with people that are procrastinators. I don't want to work with people that are not action takers. I only want to work with the committed, and I only want to work with people that can give me their all. Because I can give you my all, and if you don't match that, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna stay up at night. I'm gonna be like, man, I didn't serve that person, and that's detrimental to me, because I'm giving of myself, of my time, of my energy, my resources to this person. And if they can't match me, I'm still gonna, because of my nature, I'm still gonna try and help them, and I'm gonna drive myself crazy. So what I do is I put barriers in place between me and those people that I don't want to work with. And you need to get very clear on that for yourself and your business before we can move on to any of the next steps. So I know that was a lot, and I know you're on the first day still. Do you have any questions that maybe we need to work out there, James?
All right. Well, the person I'm trying to target, you can call him Joe. Joe, like the average Joe. So Joe can be the previous me, the previous person that I used to be, which is somebody that has talent, but that person is a master at self-sabotaging. That person doesn't really believe in themselves.
Did we lose him, Alex? Hello, are you there, James?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, James, I'm gonna boot you and come back on. We can't hear you.
So,
Gotta love Blab.
You might have to refresh.
Yeah. Freeze frame.
It's innovative.
right. So where were we? So yeah, so I said my target
Says he's
person would be
joining Blab.
we can call him Joe.
Hey. All right, James, you're back.
You there?
Coming to you live.
You're back. So we heard you, but you cut off and right about where we bumped you out.
I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay.
So,
Yes.
So the average Joe, his name is Joe, and he's average, and he's looking to change his life. Keep going. Keep
Average
going.
Joe.
Yes, because Joe used to be me. I used to be Joe. I used to be that person that has talent, but I was afraid, to expose myself because I was afraid of what other people were going to say about me. So, or therefore, I was always waiting on other people's opinion or other people's approval to tell me, yes, you can do this, but no, you cannot do that. And so that's my goal. So I want to reach out to these people, to let them know, you know what, you are better than this. And then it's about time that nobody else is gonna love you more than you love your own self. So it's about time that you get out of your own comfort zone and say, you know what, yes, I can do this, and then I'm gonna make it happen. Of course, with the proper guidance, with the proper coaching.
Okay, so now we're getting more clear. So Joe is someone that we need to flesh out a little bit, but we got a shadow. So we have a shadow of Joe, and we need to flesh him out. So our goal from getting from this is, number one, the 100 thing is still important. The 100 things of value is still important. Get really crucial on that. And then today's training, where we identify the target follower, is going to give you lots of strategies of exactly how to find your target follower. By the way, big shout out to Cam for just supporting us and everybody joining us live and for the replay. A lot of stuff that we're talking about is from my very first 30-day intensive. It's day 2 of 30, and it's my first time doing something like this. So it is in beta, and a lot of people have been very helpful and giving me some feedback. So this is actually super crucial, but also people are finding value from Alex's story, Pace's story, James's story, Kim's story. Everybody that just jumped in and really supported and gave their part. It was just really helpful, and I really would like to just commend Alex for honestly being a leader in the talent tribe. He gives himself to people.
Thanks,
and he
man.
also steers the conversation in a way that's very helpful to people. And the key from there is always serve, man. Always serve. Alex, even as he's learning, he is serving.
Thank you. I think it's crucial to bring value. I mean, there's so much to learn, and this is just a great avenue just to inform the masses. Everyone has a story. Everyone has an experience. Everyone has talent, and this is a way for us to relay the talent to the masses.
Absolutely. Cool, guys.
And that's why I'm so interested to getting this done, because I believe there are a lot of people out there, that's still at the position where I used to be, where they wasted. Well, I'm not saying in a bad way when I say wasted talent. It's so that they have the skills, but they just don't believe in themselves enough.
Absolutely, James. Absolutely, James. Is there anything that you are unclear with on any of the programs that we've done? How may I serve you? Is there anything that I can do to really help you out? Hey James, I think you broke up a little bit. Is there anything that you need from me, from the program, that is either not in there or that you need clarity on? Is he frozen?
Yeah, he froze.
Yeah, James is frozen. Hey James, so I'm gonna head out. I gotta jump off the blab. I wanted to just connect with you guys. Alex, thanks for kicking ass, dude. You can tell I like that guy Claude, man. He's been working with you, and it shows. It totally shows, man.
He's a great guy, man, and he has tremendous value. Different little avenue of talent. Each guru has their own talent, and it's good to connect the people and to learn from each other and to bring each talent together and to show it all. It's like a freaking painting. It's awesome. But thank you, Frank, for everything, man. I really appreciate the class day was
Definitely
pretty much intense. You're freaking congratulations on the HUD. That's freaking awesome. Both sides is freaking pimping. So, man, you deserve it. Keep up the good work. You know, bring that value and make us freaking learn. And you know what? I'm sure by the end of this freaking course, we're all going to be thought leaders. And thanks to you, my friend. Thank you, sir.
Clients are not successful, and I am. My success is 100% dependent on your success, and I'm going to announce this here on Lab publicly. So I'm investing personally resources, time, money, and energy into the Talent Tribe, and here's how I'm doing that. Number one, we're going to have an awesome Talent Tribe website where we're going to feature our thought leaders and our thought leaders in the making so people can see the kind of work that we're doing one-on-one. But also, we're also going to spend money on Facebook ads to generate an audience for our weekly talent show where we're going to feature 2 members from the tribe, and I'm going to work with them, complimentary, no cost, and we're going to work together every day for about an hour or so a day to get your pitch right, perfect, so you can drop the golden nugget. And I'm going to spend money from the Talent Tribe Fund to promote our Talent Tribe. So when you hit start broadcast on our talent show, you now have an audience. People will be able to come and see you. And that's me putting not only my money where my mouth is, that's me putting my heart, my soul, everything on the line and saying, look, this is something that I believe in. These are the people that I've aligned with right here. Like broker Cam says, iron sharpens iron. Look, when I serve Alex, I serve myself as well. I get stronger. When I serve Nabi, who's going to be a thought leader in financial literacy, when she's successful, I'm successful. So, like right now it's 9:48. I started this at 8 o'clock. So I did 2 hours on Blab. I did a 40-minute Periscope. I did 40-minute training. I've been Snapchatting. I did about 60 snaps all day. I was on Twitter all day. I then Periscope before that for another 40 minutes. So I've dedicated about 6 hours to social media today. And I also, I did a busk, by the way. I did a busk as well. And that was a dual stream. But I also closed a house in my real estate business. I have on my hand, I have a referral for a $550,000 house from the house that I closed today for $625,000. And when you start to hit a certain vibe, when you start to hit a certain wavelength, I promise you, money's gonna start coming at you. But not just money; it's more than that. It's opportunity. And when you get opportunity, there's 2 kinds. There's the kind that's gonna make you rich, and there's a kind that you're gonna serve. Both will make you better. One of those will make you who you need to be here on the inside, and that's serving. Because I'm just now figuring this out, Alex. I'm being honest with you. I'm just now figuring this out. When I first got in the real estate game, dude, I did 100 transactions my first year. Like, I can sell my ass off. And I did. And then I started getting referrals. And then I started having to okay, now I have to take care of my referrals. And then I had to take care of those referrals. And then I was still getting the business that I was getting, and it was compounding and compounding. And I used to think I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell 100 transactions. And now I am saying I'm going to serve this many people. I'm going to make these many people's lives better. And I was getting referrals and stuff before, but man, dude, I can't even leave a closing table without getting $500,000 thrown in front of me. Dude, it's insane.
That's freaking sick. Frank, I can tell you, when my mentor Claude, the sales guru, he told me, he kept on pushing, Alex, you gotta be on Periscope. You gotta be innovative. You gotta have character. You have to be entertaining. You have to make people want to like learn from you. And then once you get that audience,
nice.
Man, I saw his list of leads. It was three pages
That's
of new clients for free. That's money, man. So I can completely relate that this works. And like I said, man, I mean, I make 6 figures at my job. I'm very comfortable. But man, the opportunity and to put all the pieces together and to have and be in a program that I can promote and learn from the best and like interact with people and network. Because remember, at the end of the day, your network is your net worth. And that's what you just said, right? You're meeting people referring you. You're like the industry leader for VAs. I mean, man, when I first met you, we were in Periscope and we're like chit-chatting, and I need a VA. I was starting a business, you know, and look, I came to you. I'm like, and everything that you threw out, I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. I trust you. Let's do it. And everything that you did panned out. So, man, for you to tell me, Alex, it's time for this talent school. I'm like, I'm all in, man.
It's a pleasure to see you grow. Appreciate the support,
Let's do this.
man. Appreciate everything. Yeah, before I leave, I wanted to acknowledge something that I left unacknowledged. Broker Cam says that he served with the military from 1995 to 1999, and we just want to say thank you for your service, man. We appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.